Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now, although Bric Baby made a lot of zesty comments online, like saying Gucci Mane got some good BUSSY, to telling Ace-Boy Pun that he'll stick all 5 of his fingers up his rectum and booka it. Now, it's crazy how times change, because when DW Flames was working at No Jumper and he unintentionally dissed the neighborhoods in front of Bric Baby's face, it was 4 extras and Spotty Face trying to knock on the No Jumper building to get in there so he can holla at Bric Baby, and Nano 22 denied his access. But ever since 4 extras started going viral on social media, Nano 22 not only claims that he's his best friend, but now he signed him permanently to work at No Jumper, and he supposedly got a 6-figure contract. Now 600 said he's sick and tired of Bric Baby always going online saying that he's a joint from his section and he was once upon a time the boogeyman, but the way he behaves and acts online totally contradicts that. And he said you keep saying 6-0 this and 6-0 that, but when somebody dished your set in front of you, you didn't say anything, and then to make matters worse, you actually gave him a cigarette. Now 600 said the difference between Bric Baby and 4 extra, let's just say for example 4 extras does smoke cigarettes, and DW Flame said that to him. Not only is 4 extras gonna check him, but if DW Flame comes with any aggressiveness, they gonna get down right then and there. Now unlike Bric Baby, 4 extras was sending subliminal shots at him, but he wasn't mentioning his name. And he said him being an active full-fledged gangbanger, he's not about to sit down or podcast with any ops. Now if you guys can remember, Bric Baby was sitting down with Munchie B at No Jumper, and all Munchie B did was talk bad about 4 extra. And even though 4 extra was mad at Munchie B, he said at the end of the day, they real life enemies in the streets, so he doesn't knock him for that. But he said what he's not gonna do is sit down with an op, being that he's an active gang member, or even if he did, he's not gonna allow anybody to speak bad about his homie, which Bric Baby did. Now 4 extras told Adam no matter how much internet fame he got and money he got, he's a full-fledged gangbanger, and if he sees an enemy in a No Jumper building, he's cracking it off right off the back. Now 600 said not only is Bric Baby jealous of 4 extra because he's a real one from the neighborhood car, but he don't take no ish from nobody. And he said to prove how jealous Bric Baby is of 4 extra, he said Conrad and Bric Baby was chilling in the barbershop, and somebody told Bric Baby, I heard 4 extras working at No Jumper with you guys now. And allegedly 600 said Bric Baby said, I don't know what the F Adam's doing, but I ain't effing with him at that podcast. But he said where the hell was all that energy when you just saw 4 extra? Now 600 said one thing he noticed about Bric Baby, he got a sharp mouth and he acts tough when nobody that he's talking about surround him, but when they in his presence, all of that aggressiveness disappears. Now he said if you guys can remember, Bric Baby tried to smell my name out, and then you guys seen what happened when he was in front of me, he kept calling me Big Bro. And he said the same thing went for Big Sad 1900 when he had those snitch allegations on him. Bric Baby already read that paperwork, but he gonna wait till Big Sad leaves to call him a snitch. Now 600 said he ain't knocking Munchie B, but it's apparent that he don't like Nipsey Hussle or Drakeo the Ruler, which Bric Baby claims that he loves both of them. And he said how can you sit and podcast with somebody who took subliminal shots at both of them after they died? And he's from Inglewood Families, which is currently still beefing with the Rolling 60s right now in the streets. Now 600 said not only is Bric Baby a coward, but he listened to Munchie B, who's supposed to be his op, talk bad about Nipsey, and when they mentioned how Drakeo died on No Jumper, Munchie B started laughing. Now 4 extras told Adam, when you a real live active gangbanger, what do you expect's gonna happen when you sit directly across the table from one of your main ops who's also an active gang member, and he's talking bad about the people from your set and one of your close homies that just rested in peace? And even though 4 extras didn't say Bric Baby's name, that's who he was referring to, and he told them if somebody did that in front of me, he ain't gonna listen, he's getting it cracking right off the bat. Cause he said what he's not gonna do is allow anybody that's not from the neighborhood car disrespect one of his homies, especially in front of his face, especially if it's a known enemy. Now 4 extra said he's not saying Bric Baby's active or not, but he said as far as he goes, he's active, and what he's not gonna do is get up here and tell his little homies it's cool to sit down and conversate with your ops. Now you can tell 4 extras never gonna go against the grain, and anything dealing with the neighborhood car or politics, he not gonna speak on that. But from what I gather from what he said, even though he's making money online, it ain't gonna change him like it did Bric Baby. And the morals morals and principles that he stood on when he joined Rolling 40's crib, it's not gonna change. Which means he's not gonna ever sit down or conversate with a knob, and he's never gonna allow a knob to diss his homie, especially for money online. Now 600 said his point of view of how he feel about Bric Baby and that 4 Extra situation, and now that you guys heard it, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. Paperboy Newsstand, y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Gone!